You know, you know, I really hate making political videos. I truly do. But it's like, it's something that affects me that has to be said. And I don't want to say it because that's not my lane. That's not my style of video making. But it just has to be said. I just gotta throw my 2 cents in. That's what I feel sometimes. And you just can't ignore it. You just gotta say something. And what's been going on apparently is something called the black fatigue. And let me tell you something. It ain't just white people that are feeling the black fatigue. We've also got the Mexicans, the Latinos, the Asians, the Japanese, everybody feeling the black fatigue. And trust me when I say I am really feeling the black fatigue. Every single time I go on X or Twitter, and it's just black people doing something ignorant. You see black people robbing a store, black people fighting, black people attacking other races, black people acting a fool in a courthouse when they're on trial for assault, murder. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use the M word, and violence. And then they say, oh, we're just victims. Victims of what? I mean, none of these people can stand here and say they've experienced true slavery. None of these people can stand here and say, oh, we've experienced true oppression. When you have someone like me hear stories from his grandparents, his parents, knowing true racism, true oppression, true victimhood of what segregation, of what racism is, of what it's like to be hated just for the color of your skin, know about it. But these people that are my age or younger or in their 40s and hell, even in their, maybe some even in their current now 50s, don't know true oppression, don't know true discrimination. I mean, we've nowadays have made up a word in order to try and become a victim, which is systemic racism. When it's just a huge nothing burger. I just am really frustrated and annoyed that there are so many black people out here acting this ignorant, selfish, calling themselves the N-words. Hell, my own mother slapped the taste out of my mouth when I called myself the N-word, and gave me a long lecture about it and telling me never to call myself that. Hell, you had Chris Rock stand up on stage, be a comedian about it, saying there's black people and then there's N-words, and black and N-words have got to go. I mean, he basically said that it ain't just white folks that are tired of N-words, it's black people too. I mean, what happened to that type of thing? What happened to where I used to hear and see, even as a child, I saw snippets of where we used to be able to have family reunions, family get-togethers, be all neighborly and whatnot. And when it came to the black neighborhoods, where we just would sit by, we didn't have these, violence with our neighbors. We didn't have this whole ghetto ratchetness with our neighbors or with other black people. We had that. We had that whole brotherly love, but it's like it's gone out the window. Hell, we would discipline our children for ever acting a fool out on these streets. Nowadays, you just ignore it and just let the child act a fool. So, I mean, yeah, we can kind of see, and we're kind of basically saying, yeah, I'm feeling the black fatigue. We're all feeling the black fatigue. It's not just white people. Because every time every time I go on YouTube to watch something funny, it's just black people acting ignorant. Every time I go on X, it's black people acting ignorant. Hell, there was just one video on X where I said, finally, thank God it's not black people doing something stupid and ignorant. I mean, that's kind of messed up and sad that I have to say, thank God that it's a group of white teenagers out here doing something stupid instead of a group of blacks, when there shouldn't be teenagers of any kind, of any race, doing something stupid at all for clout and clickbait. But yeah, and I also want to address something, that how we're defending this. We need to stop defending this. Like for example, that black kid that stabbed the white kid. Nah, we shouldn't be defending that at all, because it's gotten to that point to where it's brought attention to where white people and other groups of race do not feel sorry for us. They're not siding with us. The BLM movement has become a joke now, where we're willing to we're willing to defend just about anything, when that shouldn't be the case. I mean, like, hey, if a cop does something wrong or bad, we should all group together, blacks, whites, Latinos, Asians, you name it, and peacefully assemble to share our grievances. What this cop did was wrong, against the law. But it's like, nah, you just got to make it a black only thing, or you just got to act ignorant about it. You just got to do something stupid because this thing happened, or even have say nothing about it, where it's just, we hear crickets when it's a white person, we hear crickets when it's an Asian person. I mean, like, I brought up the Lisa Edwards incident that happened just only a few years after George Floyd, where her incident was quite similar to George Floyd, except she wasn't a criminal. But yet, all those cops just got a small slap on the wrist about it. Or how's about a more recent one? A paraplegic white guy who had a warrant out for his arrest for kicking in the door, chasing a woman, and being able to choke her out. Still go to jail and have a warrant issued upon him, where no one thought to themselves to say, wait, this doesn't sound right? They say, and they're saying that this is black culture. This is not black culture. This is the death of black culture. Black culture was when we used to be able to sing Kumbaya and, shake hands and be all welcoming and brotherly love with every other black person that we knew. Instead, it's violence and ignorance and fighting over the most trivialist and pettiest of things. It's like the Boondocks hit the end moment on the dot. As a matter of fact, the Boondocks is like a textbook of or an index of each and every situation or chapter of black ignorance that's truth, that's based on facts and truth. As much as I hate to admit it, as much as I'm ashamed to admit it, this is an embarrassment. I mean, I myself, I live in a mixed race community where I'm kind of hoping that, my white neighbors or my Mexican neighbors and Asian neighbors don't see lump me in with this. Thankfully, they don't. Thankfully, they're nice enough to say, nah, dang, we don't see you as that. We don't treat you as, this or that, or think you could be this ignorant. And I think this is all I've got to say about this, because let's break something down here based on some facts of history. White people were not that smart to go to a foreign continent to find tribes and just take us and conquer. No. What happened was tribes conquered other weak tribes and sold us off to the white man and shipped us off to the new country called America. Yes, we were enslaved by other black tribes that sold us off to the white man to be shipped off to go overseas. Hell, we even had black slave owners in America. There was this one black family that won their freedom and owned some bit of land, and they were all like, okay, I can't do this all by myself. Let's get some black slaves out here to pick this cotton. Look this all up. This is all true. You can simply just Google this, and it's right there, backed up by historical documentation and evidence. I mean, slavery didn't start with white people. They were just the last people to to enslave people of color, or themselves, or each other. I mean, you can't name me a country that didn't indulge in slavery. You can't name me a country that did indulge in what America does. You cannot name a single country that didn't start off separate, divided, in a conquering type of style, where they united to become the countries they are today. No one can. So I don't understand why we say, oh, slavery this, slavery that, or this, that, blah, 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 to justify all this black ignorance. Because, like I said, I'm just as much feeling the black fatigue, and I'm black, and I'm just as black as everyone else. Maybe not as black as a Nigerian, but I'm black. And trust and believe, I and several others are feeling the black fatigue. If you want to know what true black culture is where we broke bread with one another, we hung out with our families, we let our children go outside and play, or have children of other family members come over our house and play with our children. We would be humble. We'd take care of each other. We would have that, don't worry, I got you, my brother, type of attitude. That's what true black culture was. Not none of this booty shaking, ratchet ignorance, nonsense. And I'm gonna just end it with this. We need to bring back the fathers in our black families. We need to bring back the disciplining of our children. We need to bring back what it means to be a mother who works, who either stays at home and cooks and cleans and takes care of the children, where the father goes out to be a provider of resources and finances, that's willing to always do right by his woman and his child, to be that one person on call when the wife calls the father to correct the situation. He's there on the spot. And when the husband wants to come home to a clean house and well-dressed kids that are fed and everything, hell, we can even have these roles reversed. It doesn't matter. The wife can be the one that brings home the resources, and the husband can be the one that stays home, that cooks, clean, that takes care of the kids, that feeds them. It doesn't matter. As long as we bring that back, whether it be the mother or the father. We need to bring that back because that's black culture right there. Thank you and good night.